loaded and flooded by bad practitioners. So I believe that we have to do ourselves surgery. And if charismatics don't do it, I will do it. I hope you get me.
Ifwa Ghana TV, simply the best. Ebusia me musa usa hone amote saying nyame adome ho ye menim sa wo so ho ye baby bia wo hwe ma ncha se no me na ekoso kama sa wo subscribe am Mr. subscribe from am se what say share na like na comment na no me na enkoso kama ewo asitine mu emfa ma ye nyina na bibia enkoso ye nyina ye grow together if wa GHTV there kai say ye nyina ye dia ane enyame dia good. Abuzia entokwa na asha ase wo social media between prophet wa Ghana ha ene Pastor Mensa Otabil no enye ne twitwa no ebetwa because Pastor Mensa Otabil de bia the fofroba na pastor for no so hia mo so tubi ba enya dia ntokwa no eto obetwa yendi kantie de ode abewom sesi a apostle Pastor Mensa Otabil de ode abre prophet for mo krom yentie mra.
God is not revealing mysteries to anybody again. And I'll say it again. God is not revealing mysteries to anybody. And God is not speaking by revelation to anybody. God's revelation is closed. God is not revealing mysteries to anybody again. And I'll say it again. God is not revealing mysteries to anybody. And God is not speaking by revelation to anybody. God's revelation is closed. He's not adding revelation. He's not subtracting revelation.
Abuzia o se yenka nkyere difo ekuro yi mu se nyame on fa edi yesu nkase nkyere obia intedifo no mo de na nyame se o se he o mun pa ba bi ntra na nyame vikasa onka hwe munya de na moye owie na obekirem ne botaye a ode ye dia oye ya one aden se yenka se ntokwo se yenka se yedion waso omone sa edifu se ho adifu ewukremu asesa ntokwa ade afesu okremu a chese yepata papa yepata no mpata yentie no so ate ase yentie ne yehwe maybe ebia yebetena se sentikra or yesi yentie mra.
But because there's no definition, people just get up and assign these things to themselves and allude to themselves. And so what happens is the right thing gets destroyed. The foundations are destroyed. The people who must be heard are no longer heard because the quacks have saturated the market. And I have said it, and I'll say it without any shadow of doubt, based on my knowledge of the scriptures, based on my knowledge of church history, which I have extensive knowledge of, based on my theological reasoning, based on my experiential observation, that about 95% of people who call themselves prophets in Ghana are quacks. Including some of you in this room who are calling yourself that. And I say this with the pure love of the Lord Jesus Christ. I'm not saying this to shame you. I'm not saying this to belittle you. I'm saying if you're not a doctor, don't call yourself doctor. If you're a lab technician, just say I'm a lab technician. One day I'll be a doctor. But don't call yourself what you are not. And don't think that by calling yourself something you are. Because if you are not a doctor, and you call yourself a doctor, and you're walking around the hospital, and somebody's going to the theater, and they say, come along and do the theater. You'll be under pressure to do a surgery. And you cut somebody. And he says, I have a problem with my spleen. And then you cut something else. And then leave scissors and everything inside the stomach. Kill somebody's child. You kill somebody's child. And there are people ruining families, ruining people's lives, destroying people because they have taken a title upon themselves and are forced to do something. Sometimes by reading Facebook notes, sometimes by collecting information, sometimes by doing just nice psychology on people. God uses people, but there has to be a system by which we do things. Because if we don't do that, we ruin everything. We ruin everything. Then we create such a scandal and mistrust for everybody who calls himself a clergyman in Ghana. Eventually they say we are all crooks, we are all charlatans, because that is what happens. If a few doctors make mistakes, we say all these doctors are charlatans. Although some people went to medical school and went to do specialization, but the market has been crowded and flooded by bad practitioners. So I believe that we have to do ourselves surgery. And if charismatics don't do it, I will do it. I hope you get me. And I won't stop today, and I won't stop tomorrow. And I'm going to go deeper and deeper and deeper. And I'm going to point from the scriptures. And I'm going to teach from church history. And I'm going to teach from the history of the Pentecostal church and the charismatic movement, because I have studied it. And I'm going to use it. And I'm going to help all of us to cure. I hope you get me. I'm going to help all of us to cure, so that we can stand up and say, this is a wholesome church. Things are done well. As Paul told the Corinthian church, let everything be done in order. There is orderliness in the operation of the gifts of the Spirit. There's orderliness in the operation of the supernatural. The supernatural must not be chaotic. It's not a free-for-all thing. Paul says when you go to church and you prophesy, people must sit and judge it. That's what Paul said. You must judge it. That means that there should be other people listening and saying, point one, why did you tell the woman when I was praying, I saw you were wearing red underwear? Yeah, wrong. That's right. Somebody must mark it and say wrong. Why did you call the person in front and describe their sickness so that the person, even after he's healed, has a stigma? Why? So others are judging and say, brother, The word was good, but it was poorly delivered. And it didn't affirm human dignity. It destroyed the value of a human being. That's how you judge. So that the practitioners now become more conscious of delivering a gift of God in a noble manner.
Yes. Me say fight we no. Obiaso fribaso kuta point na Pastor me say what up the point or the be. One. Or say a han say ebinom oba ya fiti osimwe me a prophet. No dey ato no so. Eti o se kwan amanfo enenam tase position di gu also prophet Dr. Bishop Reverend o se akwada bia na watam oya apostle o se ogwene ho a onte ase. Number 1. Number 2, prophet for ndi hu ene abusuan titimu ene chese enoma bebre ene dia aba wanya prophet for but ubia kan ho a kwa wan o say o si me prophet ma be prophet ma ba be be share mo common de and so no 2 o say sa adie ye ekoso enenti amani pebebre emu nyame asofo 100% yopo ebiem o say Sadi edidi bone abek better asofudie edin ehun perfect omodidi bone ababeta ho abusia yen concept ne mukakra ne first point a man for tacit positions na papa sama wo kan nyina ye hwe dia wo kan sene a man for sise post na you will freedom of religion. And the schools na asofo schools aye bebrebe into bia 3 weeks ba I say yasham sofo we ba 2 weeks yasham sofo 1 month yasham sofo me asore am wom boys too why number say esi o mo ewie Bible school into o mo kwate o mo sampao ye members too ba ku na di kan ko ya o ha hu so wa bokre ka dia betra so de Pentecost o bokre ka bosi ut kama no dia ba sorry ya poni a friend na den so esi ya sham sofu nti me wie Bible school nti sia me pastor nti sisia no ya no me nemu be dinkra na mako start ministry okay yentimi nsi ukwan sa chinchin aye ma nko nyame adwuma eso ti sa wo so ukoso ne fa bi na waya woni nyame a obo osoro ne asase de ofre wo ba na twa adwuma no woni nyame na enko na chese ono odin de ko anche na ye baba ko nso no so oho se ono so ehu ni poster of abonten says your or the pastor shin wo ba so ha 2 weeks pepe what the poster akota down so your pastor wakwaji school dan wati asole tietia chese wati asole chese ye members mienu dansi o maya asofa chese na de hadwin ene se omuni nimdie bia wade na omo ye no ho na omo copy blindly award the public world the outside world no no mo infuse with the Pentecost de kakra na omo sua no ma kan fra no mo didi nse hu obeda ka chance manenko wanka o ka chance manenko a e chano do beba betre social media na ya me fra no kra wo na osi ne kwan eno so ho asem different abra be kine ne dom so beba be shom abeya so no ye nyame nshira mu na ye je omo kan mo ko na wo hwe no mo ye ne dress bi omo ya esi ade aba ne se first nka ye wo Methodist ye Orthodox for dressing ye wo Pentecostals and charismatic for also dressing esi a Yanom for da anyom be mi o maka bom. Enne sofo pa otimi hye kasop. Prophet hye no be hye kasop no ekura poma. No abo hye bishop fo ache no digina ho. Eno filo ba ba krereka. No de nenam. Enti ama omo sesa norman frafra nense hunu enomudi ukroyimu because of a mining ni mrebia a regulate sa norman enti wa obey sa wo fight no obebre pastor mention table ntokwa obebre you can't fight it. Yesu Kristo betoi say ye wo false prophet ewo ho before Yesu Kristo ba bewu abeji yankwa no na ye we difu ba akomfo ene difu bone wo man mu a omo hye nkomtro ede nkyerɛkyerɛ bone nkyerɛkyerɛfo bone a mode nkyerɛkyerɛ bone ene nkomtro ede egu oman mu enti na nyame time a okogu aba omukogu aba esuafo no kogu aba na ade akyin ne obisu kogu foforo fa na ni na bom fifi no esuafo no hwede onse no aba ebedi obi edua bi afrem Yesu maye kwan ne enkotu ose da munyai mumani na mom nyine ne twabre ni dura me metwa ne meyi papa me pen edi ekogu saso na ne enya no mabobo na metwagya atum etwagya atum yes ye wo ni papi o ho a won new sa prophet for ye gukure mu o how pa ba ko ne se omuni training ni bia mu nsho bia se omo anade omho until they choose to do whatever they want, they choose to do whatever they like. A harmity menya spokesperson for the Church of Pentecost, menya kasamafo, menya any authorization to speak on behalf of the Church of Pentecost, but I express my opinion me chrema dwene e wo normal e koso ho empono me yam from so a me woni pa bia o mo fafo frɛ me e ka chem se ha 1 2 3 wafo wan kan yi mi o aso ne ma me tumi krata bia se me metra anya sade enso me fuma because of where I'm coming from no still no kra me ye na me fi se me ma build this studio na me wa ha me ne me dom ye adwuma no kra me fuma ye frɛ me wa sofo me wo elders me wo members a da se etu se bi na se no mano tempa no koso na me ka me kasa na etra so a wo mpenifo mframinti meti hana me ya ma ade me ka se me ya ade private ne krasa me nim na me tosi abontin me ya de entsam fata I'll be held responsible because the church name is attached to me aso ni din na e beta me ho a me de taninti e ma me ye bibia na sabe minim na sa me kwachiwa ibika aso ni ntimi betana me video bia na obi akofa na obi nso afa na ono say Pentecost dan na ka say 1 2 3 and o ka say 1 2 3 nipa bi afa say say me as the spokesperson for the church was say say ade ameka omo fan say e carry weight nti omo fa me nsam ti say mete ha kasa me so na me nsam so because they make bia no whether good or bad people will use it and the way our man kasa isi epe one man for no nam no omo ni control bia omo ka de omo pe omo ye de omo pe obi nshawo omo an nshawo so far as omo ntieti omo an mra so no omo nshawo na minim one ono a oni Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic churches onya na onye Christian Council onye member oni any group biemu into oya na ade obede na wako control no say yade owo group mu or joining any group we Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic churches ana any group bia the group can hold him responsible because of enoma ba kwa na mienu oye and safo ne etiti ebusuentem se noma bobeye basabasa ye noma bia sabi ediehu eni amani pebinom enienim guase na de eto ebinum ebusua yetimi fro bi gina han ya ka we ni aka we ye be ka ohun se na ensami sapapa yo wonyansa sam ka na owonim de sam ka enkansam no obechem the assessor can abontin, the assessor can a dem, the assessor where the assessor me can ha, where the assessor me shiny pan 1-on-1 American. Now, so what they because of I don't know whether it's a fame or whatever. The baby moon, he answers say a no crest when you are so young, or beck can be beer. Obi 29 no dia see the payam all because or yen century. Now say you be him dinse hunu okro ma dinse huna and no at ni TV station says ansem ni na ye enkwara agoro ane nti wa wo ho de video no ono anka say num tro o say ye enkwara agoro so chante ma passport be she ni shoe mu na ye no say ayalo nsam ono anka say free numuka nti odi nipa adwene edi agoro amanfo pidi nipa adwene enti sa wonya na wonya soro papa na wotima atenam wonya soro papa na wotima atenam ana wejai na enam yare ya mehme jai noko enana me yare na ya mehme enam nye ye ni ama enam ya evro na nipa dodo ama enso ono nkwa evro ono ababa ono a wotie me wo hwe me onkwa evro enso oye na evro se members ni na ebi ama ebi akoye o ma de enti ne bofu me ama soro ye obi oho onko wedding no onko wedding na onko wedding now so ono ware no o se enipa members na ama into ejai wo obi ya ne de wanko now so wo de aduru ho se nipa ama into ejai ti we nti wo de gina so se weja azare we gina so se weja azare na so de we gina so no weja azare wonnim botai a wo de ti azore ne mu wonnim se wonnim a enti obekom omo because oko Methodist oko Pentecost oko Roman oko CAC oko Assemblies oko chese and sorry who say they have a very good foundation is anoma omo suso nse hunu so sa for so de nse hunu am suso so pa se hunu bia meje because omo pe members no ma wonya nkwaje ne hia no no se be ya obenhu se ni peguo no wanya sika no de bia flex ene hia no na se mo kototo nyum o me amena fufu bia ya no kototo nyum ebi ka no me koso wo sa asofo ne adifo yi so ko adifo yi bi aso dem a ebeje wonsa singers na Pentecost ti Methodist Roman ti Apostolic ne yi eso okoko bo shabu kotonyum ne ensam kwan mo de maya ne bi e faso lady baako oso ko adifo bi ho. But yeah, issue on radio, that's why I'm saying it. Or say no, that na who made any better. But paid my quarter to oil different yeah, or we so or onto blaze taking quarter to a normal be or we or sell metal sword and a boy and you 12 na home the bar and you and you 12 no baby and wage and pan and you 12 na papa buy, software buy, or be ye again when you must see on the core. A dabi mo ye or ye or de or ye bobo bompa ye bia wie or sit da ho twin ballistic ba penimu vire o yi shevu or ba penimu na se fa ballistic shevu na se shevu ye na or ye krodom or de atum pa one nada issue am making mo mutie radio ne ade ne a very famous issue we see on another on any day or only the na or say according to the nurse man recite and sub or cansam only the nina no cansam za we na ohwe oil ne bi gu na se no de bi ohwe oil ne fry no de bi stress na se de bi egu esistra ne ba so ne ade ye owie yo se mewi afedie obetimi akofie na akoye ya osinase obi a wo shave ye di ballistic shave ase hwana na ehwehwe oil di egu ase ose meba mababa me name ti se ne asebe odadem boso me miensa na see ye kro 3 solid months 3 months no ntimi share pant insi abonten all because of say okoje akwankyere na nsia sa story gram dia bro oti Pentecost dem na ne pa na ma me de obo Bible so for na for ba kuni na chiriba Pentecost member me the story na bremo ha so for no di so ko di for no wa fa ba kuni na chiriba oni omu mienu ina ada Enti asori a nyame kyerɛ papa wom on nyeda ena okopenkom hye ena sofu na ena na omosu na omo kan sema egu ni petrim na ya ebusua moma yenhwe yi o moma yi nyina yenhwe yi na nyede ahyire nyina papa pastor mesa Otabil mesra wo santo go etwa so Yesu Kristo krasi yenya na twabre ni dura de obi aye ode be ba tamum ti wo say you won't stop today wunya na nya na china papa obekon ache baten kwesi wie obekon ache in fact they are saying a lot of omo can some deep papa yatel on so say da oni omo be wie enti ebusia Pastor Mensa Otabil no watutu bi e dia mane so called a D4 ne wana wasese positions sisi agrada ye osakra ne adiachi no ye sofo what a funniest country agrada tia confidem osakra ne adiachi ye si ahye no sofo adiachi ya ahye no sofo ozian ye fancy timi me de bebra me de do mbe kan bia metam de abre ka kuma to yam de ekono no ntokwa no ebe de bruta yamishra makra bye.
If I cannot see, simply the best.